Sometimes interviews can get a little heated. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times stars fired back at their interviewer. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at well-known celebrities who harshly defended themselves against an incompetent, belligerent, or simply downright foolish interviewer. Number 10. Samuel L. Jackson. People have been mixing up Samuel L. Jackson and Laurence Fishburne for years, but this interview and case of mistaken identity was one that finally pushed Jackson over the edge.
Did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
KTLA's Sam Rubin asked Jackson about the supposed Super Bowl commercial that he had starred in, and this set Jackson off on a 2-minute tangent in which he completely eviscerated Rubin on air.
You're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Laurence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
He constantly cut him off, told him that not all black people look alike, and even took a jab at Rubin's job as an entertainment reporter.
You're the entertainment reporter
Right.
for this station?
Vlog.
And you don't know the difference between
I
me and
know.
Laurence Fishburne?
Rubin can do nothing but awkwardly laugh it off before conceding that it was a well-deserved spanking.
I'm the what's in your wallet black guy.
Okay.
He's the car black guy.
There it is.
Morgan Freeman is the other credit card black guy.
Number 9. Tom Hardy. If anything, Hardy was far too polite. The interviewer at a press conference opens his questioning with the ridiculous statement that Hardy's sexuality seems ambiguous. He then keeps rolling, asking if celebrities find it hard to openly discuss their sexuality, before clarifying that he is asking Hardy directly about his.
Do you find it hard for celebrities to talk to media about their sexuality?
What on earth are you on about?
The actor simply asks why he's asking about that, which stumps the kid in his tracks, probably ending his career in the process. Hardy then gives him a simple but commanding "thank you," ends the questioning on his own terms, and proves that he's just as badass in real life as he is in front of the camera.
Are you asking me about my sexuality?
Sure.
Why?
Why?
Thank you.
Okay.
Number 8. Anne Hathaway. It seems as if male interviewers can't shake the image of Anne Hathaway in a catsuit.
How do you fit into that suit?
It takes 3 of us.
First, it's Extra's Jerry Penacoli telling Hathaway that she is in, quote, phenomenal shape, and asking what the leather suit was like.
Any particular
Are
workout?
you trying to lose weight?
Well,
What's the deal, man? You look great.
no.
No, seriously. We have to
thank
talk
you.
about this. What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a cat suit?
Then it's Chris Van Vliet asking her how much weight she had lost to get in, again, quote, phenomenal shape. While Hathaway takes it in stride and has a smile on her face the whole time, you can still tell that she was a little uncomfortable with the question, and obviously refused to answer it directly. He was lucky she's so sweet.
How much
Thank you.
weight have you lost to get into this shape right now?
You did not just ask me that
No, I'm just saying, you're like,
what a forward
whoa.
young man you are. My goodness.
Number 7. Mel Gibson. There are a few things you don't bring up in a simple promotional interview, including, as we've seen, a star's sexuality and weight. We can add their past drinking problems to that list as well.
It's almost 4 years ago, dude. I mean, I've moved on. I guess you haven't.
Gibson appeared on WGN-TV with reporter Dean Richards to answer questions about his movie Edge of Darkness. Things were going well enough, until Richards brought up Gibson's problematic past, resulting in Gibson telling Richards to move on before wryly giving him a thumbs up and calling him an asshole.
And, I've done all the necessary mea culpas, so, let's move on, dude. Come on.
Richards probably just wanted ratings and views, and he certainly got that, and a little something extra.
It's good to see you back in the saddle and doing what you do best. Thanks a lot for joining us, Mel. Take care.
Bye-bye. Asshole.
Number 6. Robert Downey Jr. Krishnan Gurumurthy of Channel 4 News has certainly made a name for himself in the early 21st century because of his belligerent interviewing style, as showcased with this infamous Robert Downey Jr. interview. RDJ's reluctance to answer personal questions is clearly evident, as he looks off to his publicist and begins to breathe deeply.
Let me just ask you a few more questions and you can answer them if you want to and not if you don't want to.
So when a well-warned Gurumurthy brings up Robert's troubled past, Downey simply says goodbye and walks out, leaving a curiously bewildered Krishnan sitting in awkward silence.
Still something
I'm sorry,
you...
I really don't. What are we doing?
well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
are you... I'm sorry,
To his credit, Downey doesn't unleash on him. but it's pretty bad for an interviewer to have their subject walk out of the room.
You see, okay, it's just getting a little dinosaur in your...
No, look, I don't want to do that.
Thank you. Number 5, Scarlett Johansson. Okay, here's a tip for all you budding reporters out there. Unless you're writing for a porn magazine or lingerie blog, maybe don't ask your subjects about their underwear. Here we meet up again with Extra's Jerry Penacoli, you know, the Anne Hathaway fan, who's now asking Scarlett Johansson about whether she wore underwear under her Avengers costume.
Now, were you able to wear undergarments?
You're like the 5th person that's asking that to me.
Because
what is going on? Since when did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
Scarlett quickly deflects the question and harshly berates Penacoli, all while Jeremy Renner sits there and awkwardly laughs along.
Is it inappropriate?
To ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
I didn't ask you what kind.
You just asked me if I was wearing any.
Johansson asks what kind of interview this is, and we can't help but ask the exact same question.
What kind of interview is this?
Number 4, Quentin Tarantino.
It's none of your damn business what I think about that.
Well, it's my job to ask you why you think that.
And I'm
you're very
saying
influential.
no. And I'm shutting you down.
Once more, we see Channel 4's Krishnan Gurumurthy missing the mark and the social cues. Gurumurthy asks Tarantino about the relationship between cinematic and real violence. You know, Tarantino 101.
It's interesting that you have a different view, and I'm just trying to explore that.
And I don't want to. Because I'm here to sell my movie.
Tarantino repeatedly tells Gurumurthy to drop it, and that his stance on the subject is well documented. Yet Krishnan sticks with it, leading to an incredibly awkward 4-minute-long back and forth.
Don't ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune. I'm not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything.
We're honestly surprised that Tarantino didn't walk out like RDJ. Surely after the 10th time you tell someone to move on and they don't do it, you would start to get a little annoyed. Has this guy not seen Reservoir Dogs?
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
Number 3, Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld is one of the most popular television shows, and arguably the most admired sitcom of all time, and Jerry doesn't want you to forget it. During an interview with Larry King, the host asks the comedian if he stopped the show on his own terms or if it was cancelled.
You gave it up, right?
I did.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled?
This leads to Seinfeld ripping into King, asking King if he knows who he is, telling him about the 75 million viewers who tuned into the finale, and subtly jabbing King about the decreased quality of his talk show.
Is this still CNN?
Don't most shows go down a little?
Most people do also.
You could argue that Seinfeld's response was a little uncalled for, but 75 million viewers, damn it.
Yeah, no, I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry.
Do
you know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
75 million viewers. Last episode.
Number 2, Tom Cruise. It's one thing to ask a stupid question, it's another to prank your interviewee. Here, Tom Cruise was being interviewed at an event when the interviewer squirted him with water via his prank microphone.
No, why would you do that?
Cruise seemingly has the patience of a saint because he calmly berates the man and calls him a jerk instead of decking him straight in the face.
That's incredibly rude. I'm here giving you an interview and answering your questions, and you do something really nasty. You're a jerk.
And the best part? When the interviewer turns around, his face is puckered as if he's about to cry. You know you've done a good job firing back at someone when they literally cry as a result.
Hey, no. Don't run away. Don't run away.
Before we unveil our top pick, here is an honorable mention.
You're 5 hours late here. And
man, shut the f*** up. Come on, man.
No, we just saw you on Twitter from the border.
I'm 5 hours late. I'm here. Be happy I'm here and ask some real questions.
Number 1, Kanye West.
Let me finish my question, dog.
Man, man.
Let me hear the question,
You don't have
man.
the answers.
I'm asking you for the answer. It's a question.
It isn't clear, but apparently Sway doesn't have all the answers. In this Sway in the Morning interview, Kanye displays great modesty by declaring himself to be the single greatest artist of our generation, an equal to Shakespeare.
I'm standing up and I'm telling you I am Warhol. I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh, Walt Disney.
When Sway tries to give Kanye advice on how to further his genius, Kanye goes ballistic and screams, quote, "You ain't got the answers," countless times directly into the microphone.
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
To top it off, Kanye takes a jab at Sway's clothing line and constantly interrupts him by yelling into the mic. Kanye absolutely exploded on him. But then again, Kanye will Kanye, and Sway should have expected that.
What's the name of your clothing line? We don't know.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.